Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So about a month ago, I made a video called Will This Change? And in that video, I kind of went over what parts I would use to build a computer. And at the end of the video, I talked about graphics cards and my frustration with how expensive they are. And I wanted to do a follow-up video to that video. And my biggest reason why I want to do that is because I want to see the progression of graphics cards, whether they go up in price or whether they go down in price or they just kind of float the same. And we're going to look at all sorts of things. We're going to look at things like Newegg and, of course, eBay, Craigslist. And we're just going to get a feel out. And everything that I said in my previous video about how I would build a computer, like specifically the parts I would use, all those I'd say are still pretty relevant. What I really want to focus on in this video is GPUs. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so I just typed in graphics cards on Newegg. This is in the US, and we're just going to kind of scroll down and see, what the offerings are right now and whether they're worth your penny. The first four graphics cards here at the top. Let's just talk about these four right here. We'll just start with these. It's pretty simple. I think it's a pretty prime example of where we are when it comes to graphics cards prices. $279.99 here for a 1050 Ti. That is a little bananas. I'm not going to recommend buying a 1050 Ti for any real reason, but if you have one right now, you will get more for it than I think you paid for it. I don't remember what the MSRP is. Here, let's find out. MSRP 50 Ti. I don't believe this is real. Okay, so here you go. 139 was the MSRP of that graphics card. I wonder if that's super accurate or not, but we'll just say that's accurate. And so we'll go back over to Newegg here, and it is, look at that, $140 more. Wow, that's crazy. Please don't pay this price. Please don't pay this kind of money for a 1050 Ti. Please don't do that. It's too old for that kind of money. I don't care that it's new. It's too old. Don't buy a 1030. It's not worth your money. And do not buy this card either. This is extremely out of date. It's not going to do you any good anyways. It's old school though. Let's see if we can find 3060 Ti's going for 1100 bucks. 2060 6 gig going for 800 bucks. So doesn't look like much has changed, honestly, when it comes to what you can buy. It looks like you get 6700 XTs. I see some 1660s, some GT 1030. That 3080 is out of stock. Okay. So in order to get a decent GPU, it looks like you're gonna have to spend. I don't necessarily think you should buy this one here, but okay. So 700 bucks, give or take. Get this one. Get this one before you go down to this 1650. Better graphics card for sure. This is a cool graphics card. I like this one a lot, actually, just because look how cool it is. Look at that. Look at this. That is so cool. I know that this is not going to fit what a lot of people would think is cool, but I mean, come on now. Come on. That is awesome. That is awesome. Do you remember the days when you could get graphics cards that had super cool stuff on them? Do I have any? Hold on, do I? I don't have, I don't think I have any that have super cool stuff on it, but man, you used to be able to. Interesting. Okay. All right. So that's kind of where it's at here on Newegg. So we'll do eBay. So what I did here is I just searched graphics card, all the listings, and I scroll all the way down here, yada yada, yada, all listings, default. Here we go. Completed items, sold items. So things that have been sold and are done. So here's what things are selling for. This is all going to be on the day that I'm recording this, obviously, which is this day right here, September 19th of 21. And pre-owned, it says, $30.70, $1,400, give or take. I mean, it's $1,400 because you're paying for shipping as well on top of that. Don't even know what's going on there. Someone just needed something for fun. 5700 XT. Holy cow. Wow. 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 It's brand new. But wow, someone's paying this, guys. Holy bananas. Holy cow. ISB, when you watch this, this is what you got sitting in your computer or something close to this. I know it's 5700 XT. Look at that. It sold for that, man. Sold for that. Crazy. 1080 Ti. Though anybody who bought a 1080 or a 1080 Ti back in the day, you guys are living it up. Your graphics card has been a beast since the day it came out. It is still a beast. It will continue to be a beast until we get several generations away. I mean, you know, this thing is doing good still to this day. Like this thing, I did a video a while ago, my Vega 64 in 2021 video, and this card right here does about 30% better in everything, if I remember correctly, than my Vega 64. Pretty sure. If memory serves me right, don't hold a candle to that. Take that with a grain of salt, etc. If you really want to know how this works, I don't have one to benchmark to test for everybody. So go watch something like Gamers Nexus or Hardware Unboxed, and they have bar graphs for days, boys. Bar graphs for days. So definitely worth looking into that. But 630, man, that's crazy. Don't buy a 1660. I know it's a card that works, but don't buy one, especially for this money. $610. Wow. Crazy. Okay. 3070. What else we got? 3080 Ti. Wow. Wow, wow. 3070 Founders. Okay. That's about, I mean, it's crazy, but I mean, you're getting a 3070. 3080, the 1200. Hey, this is not a bad deal here, actually, in today's land. Yes, yes. I would save up the money to buy this over over any. I would buy it over this guy here for sure. 3090. Did this really? Holy look! Wow. I kind of don't want to believe that. Wasn't there another one that we saw up here? 3080 Ti. No. Wow. Okay. Let's see if I can find a graphics card that I actually have a reference for. Not a 2060, though this is a pretty good price for a 2060, I'd say right now. That's not bad. 2070. 100. Okay, now we saw one of those. Over here. 6600 XT. We saw that. We saw that up here, right? Come on now, where did I see that? 600 XT. Okay, so 594. Okay, so 600 bucks. Okay. So 600 bucks, 650, 630, I mean. Okay. All right, that's not terrible if you compare it to Newegg. 570. Woo, boy. That's okay. For the record, this isn't a bad card. This 570, especially since it's the 8 gig version. This is not a bad card. This is basically I did a video of the R9 290. That was my last video, and this card does better than my R90, my R9 290. about 10% better. And since it's got 8 gig of RAM, it's going to last even longer. And conveniently, it is not in legacy driver mode. So there's that. 750 Ti. Jeez, do not pay this price. 3060, 570. Hey, that's... Is it 4 gig? Okay, it's the 4 gig version. Still. It's a little bit... I think, if I remember right, this is about the same as the R9 290. A little bit better. 974 gig. That's as good. This is a good price. I would be okay with paying this. It'd still hurt me a little, but it'd be okay. Okay, I want to find a... Okay. Let's see if we can find something that's close or comparable. Okay. Right here in front of my face, if I would have just read. R9, 390, 8 gig, for 300. So I'm going to search a graphic. I'm going to search R9 290 because I have one of those. And I'd like to see what it's kind of going for. Rad. Okay. Okay. 200 is crazy, but okay. 160, all right. 130, 160. A lot of 3 for 300. Dog, you made out like a bandit on this one. $110 a piece is what they paid. $115 a piece, basically, is what they paid for this, because if you include that shipping, this is the steal. Oh my goodness, you're kidding me. I'm jealous of this one. If I remember right, they only made so many of these. It was like a limited, yes. Oh my gosh, it is. No, it's not. This is my graphics card, except blue, or yellow instead of blue. Mine's blue. This is my card, basically. 110. Wow. Hey, you know what? They made out. That's awesome. They made out like a bandit on that. That's awesome. This is the best price. This is the price that you pay for one of these cards right now. This is acceptable. Anything under 150 is honestly acceptable. Must be parts only. Okay. All right. Okay. This is acceptable. I feel a little bit better since the last time. Yeah, things are still crazy expensive, but that's okay. All right, so this is Craigslist in my area, and I just was curious to see what people are selling things for around my area. A 1650 for 250. That is not a bad deal. Vibration on my phone. Okay, sorry about that. That's not a bad deal. 30. Hey, that's acceptable as well. Honestly. Holy cow. That's okay. Wow. Okay. I have this. This is my card, basically. 550 for this 1080. This is honestly, I would buy this card right here. I would buy this card. I would be just fine paying that price. Just because I want one. That's really all it boils out to. I want one of those 1080 Ti's. So cool. Okay, so that pretty much does my neighborhood, or my area of the world in. So, what is this video about? There's nothing really special besides it's not terrible. I know it was worse at one point, and hopefully it's going to continue to get better. It's going to eventually, people will eventually stop buying up graphics cards like crazy. You know, guys, thanks for watching this channel right here. Just thank you so much, and I appreciate it. And I will have some more actual content. I'm working on a project right now. It's taking a little bit longer than I expected, and it is a lot more paint than I expected. But you know. All right, guys. So yeah, we'll I'll definitely try to do this again next month about the same time, right around the 15th to the 20th, about middle of the month-ish, and we'll look at graphics cards prices, and we'll look at, computer pricing, build it yourself stuff to make sure that things are kind of in the same boat, so to speak. Like, comment, subscribe,